Hi, my name is Abby McPherson, and I'm so excited to be sharing this information with you all about gross motor skills for the little ones. The first thing I'd like to discuss is procedures and stop-start signals. Procedures and stop-start signals are very important because it helps establish the boundaries for the students, and it also helps them know when you would like them to start and the signals that you need for them to be able to pause and stop an activity. A few examples is pause up. So when I say pause up to my students, they stop, put their paws up, and then look for my attention. Now, the way that we establish pause up is that our school mascot is a leopard. So you can use little cute animals or maybe your school mascot to develop something that's in reference to it so that they know when to start or to stop. Another example is when I say hands on top, the student's response is that means stop. So making up different things that require a call and response will help improve the group management in your classroom and help students be able to identify when you would like them to stop, pause, and stop. Establishing boundaries within your play area help with safety, and also if you wanted to use your play area for different stations and things like that, your students would be able to know when I see these cones I need to stop, or when I see this marking or I can only go to this particular point. That will help also with group management and allowing your kids to not go in areas that may be unsafe, or if they stay within a particular amount of boundaries, can prevent collisions. The next thing we're going to discuss is locomotor and non-locomotor moves. First, we're going to visit locomotor moves. What are locomotor moves? Locomotor moves are motor skills where feet move the body from one place to another. For instance, walking, tiptoeing, marching, running, jumping, hopping, leaping, galloping, skipping, the list goes on and on. So being able to identify and practice those skills with your students, this is something that you're going to do year round, over and over again. And as we continue in this training, I'll give you more examples as to how you can reinforce and switch up and change the activity, but still focus on these skills so that the students can be able to utilize them, because locomotor skills are something that is a lifelong skill, and mastering it at a young age is very helpful. Non-locomotor moves are exercises that are done in place. So for instance, if I am using a non-locomotor move, maybe I'm stretching, but I'm not going anywhere. I'm staying in place. So exercising with non-locomotor moves are things that you're stationary with. Non-locomotor moves can involve things such as balancing, bending, curling, pulling, pushing, swaying, and turning. Next, we're going to discuss spatial awareness and movement patterns. Spatial awareness is the skill necessary for students to be able to identify with how much space they need within an activity, be it personal space or with a partner or with a group. Being able to recognize where you are and how you're utilizing your space and how you are using your body within that space is very important. Within our gym, I use a few key phrases such as grapes and oranges. When I say grapes, my students now understand that I need them to gather together. A bunch of grapes are pretty close knit. So when I say grapes, their spatial awareness helps them know that they need to walk towards me and gather together because I have information to share. Now, when I say oranges, on the opposite end, I need them to spread out and find their own space. So my students know they need to go within our boundaries in the gym, stretch their arms out and sway side to side, being able to signal to me that they have their own personal space. So spatial awareness is something that is very key, especially to the young ones, to prevent injury and also make sure that they have enough personal space to identify what they need to be successful in their activity. The type of spatial awareness vocabulary is being close together, being far, being open, finding open space, and being tight together. The next thing we'll discuss is levels, being able to have the students understand what levels are. So if I say crawl at a low level or walk at a medium level, they should be able to know that crawling involves them getting close to the floor and being at a low level, and being maybe medium for a bear crawl where you have just your hands and feet up but your whole body is not low, and being high, walking tall like a giraffe, or jumping. So establishing those levels and being able to use, say, gallop at a medium level and having the students kind of crouch down, or saying walk at a high level, or crawl at a low level, but being able to establish those different levels to have students build the vocabulary and ability to be able to explain an activity to their friends or family. Incorporating speed into your activity is also very helpful. I have to mention a lot of times walk slowly, or speed walk, or run at a medium pace, or jog. Being able to have the students identify what it means when it comes to speed and tempo will help as well. I know I mentioned a lot about injuries, but when it comes to little ones, if they don't understand, that's what happens. They get hurt. So being able to say, I need you to show me this in a slope motion. I need you to show me this in a medium fashion. I need you to do this quickly. I need you to do this fast. But being able to establish that understanding and that vocabulary is key. The next thing that we'll discuss quickly is direction. Being able to just say, go up, go down, go left, and go right. These will be reinforced over the years as they get older, but them being able to at least try to understand forwards, backwards, show them, with their left hand making an L, that means left, and if it doesn't make an L, that's the right one. Even diagonal, but having them be able to move. And as we continue forward, we're going to talk more about pathways and how pathways also incorporate direction. So pathways is the straight, the curved, and the zigzag. And you're going to have your students start to perform those things like jogging, running, crawling, galloping within those directional and also with those pathways. So I might say jog forward in a zigzag pathway. And that's something throughout the year that you want to be able to have your students perform. To say, okay, make your own obstacle course. And you might have students say, okay, I want you to crawl backwards in a curved pathway. So making sure that you are using that vocabulary and that you're reincorporating the different steps, be it speed, direction, or level, but utilizing those locomotor movements over and over and over again, because it's something that is going to be very helpful for their body development in general, building those muscles and that muscle memory for them to be able to perform skills that will help them in the future, not only with their personal life, but if they want to continue on into different sports.